Hello, dear children. Hope you're all fine and keeping safe at home. Welcome you to this fifth session of physics from the chapter Sound. Hope you have watched the videos till the last session. In this module, we'll be discussing audible and inaudible sounds. Children, before going into the topic, we will have a quick recap of the properties of sound we learned in the last session. And also we'll add up some more points to it. Okay, let's start. Children, let us have a quick recap of the properties of sound and the sound wave we studied in our last session. Amplitude. Amplitude is the maximum displacement of a particle from its mean position. Noted by the letter capital A, its SI unit is meter. Time period. Time period is the time taken to produce one complete oscillation or vibration. Noted by the letter capital T, its unit is seconds. What is frequency? Frequency is the number of complete oscillations produced in 1 second or per unit time. So more is the number of complete oscillations produced per second, we say more is the frequency. And thereby we studied some characteristics that depends on these properties. First was loudness. Loudness depends on amplitude of vibration. More is the amplitude of vibration, more is the loudness of sound. Pitch. Pitch depends on the frequency of vibration. More is the frequency of vibration, more is the shrillness of sound, or we say more is the pitch. So these were the properties and the characteristics that we discussed last class. Children, we know now what is frequency. That is a number of complete oscillations produced per second. So let us try to give some answers to some questions. The voice of ladies and children are shrill as compared to the voice of men. What is the reason? Children, the reason is the ladies and children, they have short vocal cords. So the short vocal cords vibrate with a high frequency. So when the number of oscillations produced are more, we know that will produce a high pitch sound. That is a reason. The thinner strings of a guitar or sitar give out sound of high pitch than thicker strings. Why? What's the reason? Yeah, you can guess that because the thinner strings, they vibrate faster with a greater frequency. So when number of oscillations or complete oscillations produced per second is more, the pitch is high. That's the reason they produce a higher sound or a high frequency sound. Children, let us hear to the signs of music. Jal Tarang. Let us discuss today's topic. Children, we know that there are many sounds which are produced in our environment, and these sounds are of different frequencies. We human beings cannot hear the sounds of all those frequencies. For example, we cannot hear the sounds which are having frequency below 20 Hz. 20 Hz means 20 vibrations per second. And also we cannot hear sounds which are having frequencies above 20,000 Hz or 20 kilohertz. That is 20,000 vibrations produced per second by an object. So as human beings, we have a frequency range of sounds that we can hear. So this sound which we are able to hear have the frequency range from 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz. And this sound is called as the audible sound. So what is audible sound? The sounds of frequencies that lies between 20 Hz and 20 kilohertz which we are able to hear is called audible sound. So children, what is the range of hearing in humans? The range of hearing in humans is having, that means the frequencies from 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz or 20,000 Hz. So children, can you say what are inaudible sounds? Yeah, the sounds which are having the frequencies below 20 Hz and above 20,000 Hz or 20 kilohertz which we are unable to hear is called inaudible sounds. So children, audible sounds are also known as sonic sounds. So what are sonic sounds? Audible sounds which are having the frequency between 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz are called as sonic sounds. So examples, all the sounds that we human beings hear, that means the chirping of a bird, the beating of an object, etc., or beating of a drum, all these come under sonic sounds. So children, inaudible sounds, that means the sounds which are having frequencies less than 20 Hz and the sounds having frequencies above 20 kilohertz are called inaudible sounds. We know that. These inaudible sounds can be classified into two. The first category is infrasonic sound. So what are these infrasonic sounds? The inaudible sounds which are having the frequency less than 20 Hz are known as infrasonic sounds, and the study of such sounds is known as infrasonics. So in the next slide, let us just look into some animals which have the ability to hear and produce infrasonic sounds. So children, infrasonic sounds are very low frequency sounds which cannot be heard by human beings. Infrasonic sounds are produced by those objects which vibrate very slowly. For example, take the case of vibrating symbol pendulum. We cannot see the vibrations, isn't it? Because the vibrations, the frequency of the vibrations are less than 20 Hz. Now children, which are the animals that produce infrasonic sounds? Let us look them one by one. Elephants, rhinoceros, alligator, okapi, whales, etc. All these animals, they produce and they can sense infrasonic sound waves. Children, during earthquakes also, low frequency sound waves are produced. I think you might have heard it. It's observed that some animals, they get disturbed and they start running here and there just before the earthquake occurs. This is because before the main shock waves, the earthquake produced low frequency infrasonic sound waves, so which some animals hear and they get disturbed. So children, they take the case of these elephants. These elephants can produce low sound, that means low frequency sound, and it can travel 6 miles. And a faraway elephant can pick it up through its feet. With the help of the soft skin that is on the pads of under their feet, they can sense it and they communicate in this way. Rhinoceros also communicate by producing infrasonic sound waves which are having the frequency less than 5 Hz. So children, there are many other animals too which produce infrasonic sound waves. Children, the second category of inaudible sounds are ultrasonic sounds. So what are ultrasonic sounds? The inaudible sounds which have frequency more than 20,000 Hz are called as ultrasonic sounds, and the study of such sounds are called as ultrasonics. So ultrasonic sounds are high frequency sounds which cannot be heard by humans, but there are some animals which can hear and produce these ultrasonic sounds. Let us see some examples. Dogs. Dogs can hear ultrasonic sounds of frequency up to 50,000 hertz. And that's the reason why they're used for detective purposes. And there's a special whistle known as Galton whistle, which produces sounds of frequencies more than 20,000 hertz, and that is used to train them. Bats. Bats also hear and produce ultrasonic sounds. They can hear sounds up to the range of 1,20,000 hertz. And also, while screaming, they produce high frequency sound waves higher than 20,000 hertz. So in addition to bats, dolphins, porpoises, rats, they all produce ultrasonic sounds and hear also. So children under the age of 5 years, they are also having the ability to hear ultrasonic sounds of the range 25,000 hertz. But as the people grow older, their ears become less sensitive to the sounds of higher frequencies. Children, let us now discuss some of the applications of infrasound and ultrasound. Infrasound are low frequency waves. So, people use these low frequency waves to monitor the occurrence of earthquakes, the detection of volcanic activities, the formation of rock, the formation of petroleum under the earth. So, the ground stations, infrasound ground stations are developed at the sites, and the waves, the low frequency waves are converted to electrical signals and they are manipulated. So ultrasonic sounds, they are high frequency sounds, so they have many applications too. So some of the applications we have discussed here. So ultrasonic sounds are used in industries to clean the hard to reach parts. So since these ultrasonic waves are high frequency waves, they easily penetrate into the parts and the thing is cleaned very quickly. You can see the figure, small figure is given. And also other application is ultrasound scans are used to monitor the development of fetus in the mother's womb, in mother's uterus. Isn't it? That means the ultrasound scanner transmits this ultrasound into the mother's body and it receives the echoes in the form of reflection. And these echoes are made in the form of a picture. So the doctor can easily track the development of the baby. And also we use the device sonar, sound, navigation and ranging. It is also using the ultrasound where we have a transmitter and a receiver. The transmitter sends the ultrasound pulse and it is reflected from the depth. So this method is mainly used to find out, to measure the depth of the sea or to locate underwater sea objects like shoal of fish or shipwreck or submarines. And it also uses ultrasound. There are many wide applications for ultrasound and infrasound. So hope you understood the topic. Please go through the topics that we have discussed. Some of the topics are not there in the textbook, but it will be helpful for you in your next year. So hope you will watch the videos and complete your topics. Thank you.